This is Robert Polenic, the owner of Brutal Iron Gym. In today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about involving the back properly in a barbell bench press. So I'm actually here in our kind of like therapy section where we work on our athletes and do different type of corrective exercise therapies and whatnot. So this is one of the charts that we have. So this is the kind of the front side of a dude, back side, and the right side are all like the smaller muscles underneath the muscles that are more towards the surface, which is on the left side. So this ridge here, you can see kind of this white ridge, that represents kind of the edge of the shoulder blade. When we bench press, we want to have the middle of our back, like between our shoulder blades, contracted together and squeezed. The benefit of that is that it raises our chest, so it heightens our chest. So I'll show you here in a second how to do this with drills. But if I'm from the side, and I'm benching and I'm bringing the bar down to my chest, if I squeeze my back together, that lifts my chest up and it shortens the range of motion. The other benefit is that if I take my shoulder blades and I take them together and down, it gives me a nice stable base to push from. My shoulder joints are locked in place, everything's nice and secure, everything's nice and safe. So that's the spot of the back that we want to contract when we're doing a bench press. So let's come on over here and see how we're going to learn to do that. We have our bench press here, which you can see hopefully once I get a little out of the darkness there. So this is our bench that I've set up. We have a bench that features kind of like reverse band benching, so it's pretty cool. My dad and I made that. And then what I'm actually going to be supersetting the bench with on how to develop this back contraction is cable seated rows. So I have my cable seated row machine here, and you can see it's pretty close to the bench. And I'm using a narrow overhand, kind of an angled overhand. This is made from MagGrip, Maximum Advantage Grip Company, and it's the best position, in my opinion, to best hand position for back exercises to learn how to squeeze your back during a bench press. So what we're going to do here is, if I can get rid of some of the darkness, let me move to a place where you might be able to actually see my back move. We'll do that right here. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing seated rows where I'm going to be working on trying to contract that part of my back that we could see in the muscle man image is that area right between my shoulder blades. So I'll get in a good position, get myself nice and braced, and I want to let my shoulder blades be pulled apart. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together and then drive my elbows back, trying to squeeze that area between my shoulder blades. So again, I'm going to release that squeeze my shoulder blades together, and drive my elbows. This is that braced position that I would use for benching. So again, I'm going to squeeze and drive and try to squeeze those shoulder blades together and down. So I don't want to go together and up. I want to actually go together and down. That feeling is exactly what I'll use in the bench press. So I typically will do this either like with pauses, like that, and then hold for 3, 2, 1, and I'll do that for sets of 4 to 6 reps. 3, 2, 1, or I'll do continuous reps like this, and I'll do that for anywhere from say 6 to 12 reps, and it kind of depends from workout to workout. But I superset that movement, okay, a cable seated row with the bench press. So my goal now is when I go on the bench press is to mimic that same feeling. When the bar comes down, so as the weight comes down towards my chest, I'll be mimicking that same feeling of squeezing my shoulder blades together and down. That gives me my lift in my rib cage to shorten the range of motion and to give me that stability and bracing. So I'll lay back, get into position like I normally would. Okay. And the whole time the bar is lowering down, I'm going to be squeezing my back together and down. So squeeze, 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 press. Squeeze, 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 press. And I'm actually keeping them squeezed while I'm pressing. So it gives me that nice strong base and a little bit of a shorter range of motion by staying in that good tight position. Okay, so whew, that's something you can do. If you'd like to learn how to have better bracing during bench press, shorten the range of motion, give you a nice stronger position, safer for the muscles, you can superset back rows and your bench press warm-ups. Great idea, great way to get the back involved, to get that sensation. If you don't have that grip, you can play around with some workouts having a narrow neutral grip. Some workouts you can have a wide overhand or a wide neutral. Just trying to get used to moving your shoulder blades together and down, just like you would during the bench press. Cool, so that's a quick little tip. If you have any suggestions or questions or anything you need to know, just email us at brutalirongym@gmail.com. We'll make you a video and we're always happy to help. But thank you for watching. Give this a try and good luck.